I open the door to step out into the hallway, and I'm surprised to find Lux there with his hand up, poised to knock.
Ah, good morning.
Hi, Lux. Did you need something?
Me? Oh, no. The elders just thought it would be good if I walked you to class today. I think they're a bit shaken up by the events of the last few days.
Well, aren't I the lucky one? I get a Lux escort around the village.
Oh no, I'm the lucky one. Well then, if you're ready, we should head out.
He offers me his arm, and we set off for the classroom together. Our walk to class is blessedly uneventful. The attack on the village seemed to have frightened away the crowds of vendors. That, and my selection of Magnus and Sweet Millions must have thinned the herd out some as well. For the first time since all this craziness started, Lux and I make it to class with a few minutes to spare. All conversation stops the minute we enter the room.
Hey, you're back! We were all really worried about you.
Even dear old Iggy wasn't quite himself the last 2 days.
Nobody asked you, Rocco. It is good to see you guys again, though.
Don't be so shy, Iggy. You'll never get a girlfriend if you're always holding back your feelings.
Hey, or boyfriend. Don't be so close-minded, Rocco.
You're right, Rocco. He's right, Rocco.
Oh, you're absolutely right, darling.
Can you assholes stop making everything about yourselves for a minute and just be glad our classmates are home safe?
He's right. Rocco and Rowan fall silent, cowed by his words.
Thanks, Ignatius. And Rowan. It's good to be back.
It must have been awfully romantic being captured together and all. Perfect time for you to advance your relationship.
I look at Lux, uncertain of how to respond. What happened between us is no one's business but ours. And I'm not sure if now is the right time to tell everyone anyway. Before I can think of an answer, I hear Lux giggling nervously. Oh goddess, he can't lie.
What? Relationship?
Rocco gives Lux a long, suspicious look. Lux hurriedly takes his seat, but his awkward demeanor has already betrayed him.
I was just kidding. Did something happen out there?
No.
No. We take our seats, but Rocco seems preoccupied with something. His gaze darts back and forth between Lux and I. Ignatius has resumed his usual doodling in his notebook. We sit in silence. The atmosphere in the classroom feels a bit awkward. Strangely, Caspian is the first to break the silence.
Did you observe the humans during your time as their captive?
Not a lot of direct observation. But we did get a good look at their village layout and the inside of their temple.
Temple. One would think those lawless savages have no religion at all. Nothing is sacred to them.
Rocco seems to perk up for a moment.
On the contrary, human women are extremely religious. They were always calling out to their gods when
Rocco is interrupted, however, when it suddenly dawns on him that his chair seems to have unexpectedly caught on fire. Caspian expertly extinguishes it, then turns to glare at Ignatius.
You insult your people and the instructors at this prestigious academy when you waste your magic on such trifling matters.
To be fair, Rocco started it.
Don't know what you're talking about.
You're the only fire elemental in here.
Maybe it was...
Me?
What?
I'm just saying he's not the only one who could have done it.
You aren't helping.
Sorry.
Ignatius keeps drawing, but there's a hint of a smile on his face. Before anyone can say anything further, Elder Borrasco sweeps into the classroom with an air of urgency.
Grab your parchment and follow me to the council hall at once. Your class will be a special session today, and we haven't any time to waste.
What kind of session, sir?
Less talking, more walking, young man. We'll be discussing what to do about the human village. Now move!
Anxiety gnaws at my stomach as we all rise to follow behind Elder Borrasco. The human issue is a complex one, and if it's not handled carefully, it could be devastating to both of our people. I have to help somehow. I can see Lux looking at me with some concern.
Are you alright?
I'm okay. I'm just nervous. The fate of our people could be at stake here. And I don't know if the elders are really prepared to handle this. It seems ridiculous to worry about myself right now.
I know the feeling. But you've been through so much recently. You're allowed to be nervous, tired, all of it. As for the elders, they've handled so many things in their time. And your unique perspective might just be the key to figuring all this out.
Thanks, Lux.
Thanks, Lux. You always know what to say.
Not always. But I'll always help you however I can.
Thanks, Lux. As we enter the council hall, it's strangely quiet. The elders are assembled within, silently poring over maps and voluminous scrolls. Voluminous? Lots of volumes. Elder Barasco clears his throat loudly.
Ah, Barasco. You certainly took your precious time getting here.
I can't tell if Barasco is wind or water.
Don't waste
No,
our
I guess
limited
it's
time
wind.
with your petty remarks, soul.
Albathorth is definitely water.
Simply making an observation.
That's enough, all of you. Thank you for bringing the students, Barasco. You all will be coming of age in less than a week. These kinds of responsibilities will be on your shoulders when you return to your home villages. It is time you began to take part in such discussions and decision-making.
Elder Glenn steps to one side, revealing a map of the Zamrud Valley spread out on the table before us.
Lux, both of you spent some time behind enemy lines. We'd like you to tell us what you observed of the human village.
You snuck away from Daddy again, didn't you? You're a good girl. Get on the couch, honey. Get on the couch. It's warm. It's softer. You're just a good girl, aren't you? We approached the table and began rearranging markers on the map where we can.
They held us here.
I believe the farmland started around here.
I think I saw a stream there.
The map looks radically different than when we first started. The elders nod their approval.
It seems things have changed significantly since the last time any elementals visited the human village.
Some elementals visit the village regularly. Surely, if we surveyed the men of our village, someone might come forward with some helpful information.
Rocco? Are you volunteering?
I don't know what you're talking about, Rowan. A good elemental boy like myself would never engage in such base.
Enough. Most elemental men have some degree of shame, Sorako. You would do well to acquire some yourself.
Well said, Caspian. All of you, take a moment to study this map. Think about what you've learned about humans as a people and the layout of their village. Look for weaknesses.
The room falls silent as the boys ponder the map while the elders await their input. I look at it again, desperately hoping to find some last-minute inspiration.
Would anyone like to go first?
Caspian steps forward.
It is simple. This river runs along and through the village. My brothers and I will raise the water levels, flooding their village and decimating their crops. The water will eventually recede, but the damage they sustain will be far too great to allow them to mount a successful defense or counterattack. They will be forced to abandon the village.
And what of the human women who might be of use to us? You drown them along with the rest.
We would make an example out of this village, so that the next generations of humans will cooperate when they are called. And the more distance between our village and the humans, the better.
So this is going to be one of the when all you have is a hammer, everything looks like a nail situation. Caspian's going to flood them. Ignatius is going to burn them. I don't know what the other ones can do. Rock slide?
We haven't the time for a generational plan. Try again. You, Ignatius.
Me?
Is there another Ignatius in this room? Yes, you, boy! Give us your proposal.
Well, we could burn their fields and stores, but offer them food in exchange for the, assistance. of their women.
See? Burning.
We can't feed an entire village of humans in addition to our own. Do you have any idea how much they eat? Does anyone have a suggestion that won't ruin our village?
I do, Elder.
Go on then, Sirocco.
Thank you, Elder. I have it on good authority that human women are easily persuaded into doing all sorts of things.
Why do I want to romance this one again?
We simply need to send a few covert operatives to the human village to talk their most beautiful, fertile women into leaving their village to spend a few years at a time in a new village just between ours and theirs. There, the women will...
That's enough, Sirocco. Rowan, your thoughts?
Can we, come back to me? There's so much to think about.
Lux, your strategy.
Yes, Elder. So many of our problems stem from miscommunication and misunderstandings between our people and theirs. Perhaps we could begin a cultural exchange program with the humans. We send some of our people there, and accept a few humans into our village.
Your response to an invasion is to open the door for them? Absolutely not! What about you, girl? I hope you have something better for us.
All eyes are now on me. I take a deep breath, steadying myself. This could be your last chance to fix things.
I've been thinking about this since we escaped the human village. The way we've been doing things just does not work. It's time for a serious change. I
can't help but notice the jewel around my neck has begun to glow. The elders and my classmates nod their heads at me, staring at me expectantly. It's kind of strange, actually. Normally one of the elders would be interrupting by now.
Sorry, I'm still getting used to this thing. Anyway, it's clear that we can't simply show up to the peace talks and negotiate as if nothing ever happened.
I trail off, slightly unnerved by the rapt attention the elders and my classmates are giving me. Alder Barasco is nodding eagerly at me, and I'm starting to feel a strange swell of confidence. It must have something to do with the necklace. I feel I could probably talk them into just about anything with this thing. This is my moment. I know exactly what we should do. We should...
We must make peace. It's true that the humans violated the terms of our pact. They even kidnapped 2 of us. But these were acts born of desperation, frustration, and hurt. Elementals have treated humans as simply things to be used in the furtherance of our own race. And this kind of treatment leads to deeply rooted anger. This anger festers over the years, poisoning the hearts and minds of the next generation. While it is true that we still haven't solved the problem of the furthering of our species, we simply cannot keep using human women as nothing more than breeding stock, unwelcome in our village.
As I speak, the elders nod slowly. I wonder if they would be giving my opinion this much weight without the extra help from the artifact. Then again, I might be able to use the artifact to the same effect on the humans. If it helps keep the peace, it can't be too wrong, can it?
Yes. The current situation is untenable. We must break the cycle.
We shall send a raven with a message to the humans, with an offer to meet in 2 days' time.
In the meantime, we must prepare. You are all dismissed.
The boys didn't need to be told twice. They shuffle out of the hall, probably relieved. As I give up to leave, one of the elders' apprentices approaches me.
Ah, miss.
Let me guess. More testing?
Oh, yes. You saved me the trouble of asking. If you wouldn't mind.
I make eye contact with Lux. He looks concerned.
Don't worry, Lex. I'll be fine. They've taken good care of me so far. I'll catch up with you later, okay?
He smiles, that gentle smile I love so much.
I'll be in my room, reading. Please come see me when you're done.
A few hours later, I returned to the student quarters. I walked down the hall to Lux's room and knocked. His cheerful voice raises my spirits after such a long day.
Come in. It's open.
It looks smaller than my room. I push the door open to Lux's room and enter as I have countless times before. His room always smells like parchment. The scent never fails to put me at ease. Lux is sprawled over his reading chair. It used to fit both of us when we were kids, but nowadays it strains to support Lux's massive form. He lies across the chair with one arm behind his head and lets his legs dangle off the side. He begins to sit up when he sees me, but I wave him off and settle myself on a small bit of free space near his chest. The chair groans in protest.
Am I going to break your chair?
Oh, no. This old thing can hold more than that. It just likes to make noise.
I lean back against his chest and he puts an arm around me.
Everything still okay?
Oh yeah. We don't really know what we're looking at here, but at least it's not hurting me, as far as we know.
Well, that's a relief. I hope it stays that way.
Enough about me. What are you reading?
Oh, this? You might be interested in this one, actually. It's the journal of a female elemental who lived through a similar conflict between her people and another human village as well.
Well, that sounds helpful.
Well, so far it's been a lot more stuff about her personal life and less politics, which is fine, but not directly helpful for us. Interestingly enough, she'd taken a human lover. Nobody on either side seemed particularly keen about that.
Yeah, that's fair.
Ooh, how romantic.
She included her letters to him, if you'd like to read them.
Oh, yes. But you read it to me. It'll be more fun that way.
All right. Let's see. My darling Marcus, tell me you'll come see me again. I cannot bear the thought of another night without your arms around me.
Marcus, huh? Human names are so weird.
There's talk in the village of war. We must do what we can to ensure peace. Remind your people that Chapter 15 of the Human Elemental Accord of...
Wait a minute. I was promised romance. Skip to the good stuff.
All right, the policy stuff goes on for a while. Ah, here we go. The mere thought of you keeps me warm on these cold winter nights. I can still vividly recall the feel of your mouth.
The feel of your mouth? What? Go on.
It's kind of explicit.
So? Keep reading.
Keep reading, Lux. Lux's face is taking the color of a tomato, but at my urging he takes a steady breath and continues to read.
The feel of your mouth between my legs, your hands on my breasts, the way you filled me completely and utterly, that the memory is not enough to satiate my need. Come to me tomorrow, my only love. Okay, well, I think that's enough of that for now.
Lux.
What's the problem? It was just getting good.
It's hard enough to keep it together when you're so close to me. Reading something like this, it's just too much. Please don't ask that of me.
Who asked you to keep it together? Maybe I want you to let it all out.
Yes, that is what I mean. Lux looks at me for a moment, processing my words. I take the book from him, but before I can do anything else with it, he pulls me on top of him and kisses me hard. The book falls out of my grasp somewhere onto the floor, but neither of us notice. Lux is like a man possessed. All traces of his usual demure nature have vanished. His hands and mouth are all over me, grabbing, tasting, devouring, and yet, despite it all, there is some reverence in his touch. I feel like a goddess in his arms. We spend the evening testing the strength of his beloved reading chair. I lie with my head on Lux's chest, listening to his heartbeat. I never imagined we'd be here, but now that we are, I can't picture anything else. Lux kisses the top of my head.
I can't even begin to express what you mean to me. You make me so happy.
I think you said it all tonight. Sometimes the best way to express yourself is without saying anything at all.
Lux bends down to kiss me, but before his lips can touch mine, we're interrupted by a muffled voice next door.
Are you going to start that obscene racket up again? It is quite late.
Sorry, Caspian. Lux doesn't speak. The realization that Caspian must have heard us leaves him absolutely paralyzed with humiliation.
Sorry.
I feel bad, but Lux is so cute. Like this, it's hard to focus on my own embarrassment.
It could be worse. Just imagine if Rocco's room was next to yours.
I give Lux a kiss on the cheek and leave him to collect my clothes and get dressed. He still doesn't speak.
I'm gonna go now. I had a nice time. Good night.
Lux's response is so quiet I almost miss it.
Good night.
After my date, I know I'm going to sleep well tonight. As my head hits the pillow, I silently beg the goddess for dreams of my beloved. I'm in a familiar meadow. The artifact around my neck glows, and the fields burst into bloom once again. The necklace emits an extra burst of light, and then flowers grow larger and larger around me. As the image resolves itself further, I begin to see eyes dotting each blossom, capturing me in a piercing gaze as if a deafening roar fills my ears. I wake up to the now familiar sight of the pendant around my neck glowing, but this time it's brighter than the last. I roll over and grab my parchment to record my dream. What does this mean? Clearly the necklace has to be influencing my dreams somehow, but does it actually mean anything? Or is it like those weird, vivid dreams you get from Elder Glenn's sleeping droughts? Could it be some kind of brain damage? I feel a shiver run down my spine. I've been walking around with this thing around my neck for days, and I've been enjoying its benefits without a second thought as to the side effects. I really hope we figure this out sooner rather than later. I take stock of my body. Nothing looks out of place, and I don't feel any different. I guess there's nothing I can do for now. A sudden knock on the door interrupts my introspection. I hop out of bed and hurry to answer the door. It's...
Good morning. I hope I didn't wake you.
Really, dude? Really?
No, that's okay. I was already awake.
Wonderful. I just came to let you know the humans have agreed to meet us in 2 days, and the elders requested your presence this afternoon to help prepare.
Me? Why?
The elders were really impressed with you the other day. Elder Glenn said he felt it would be a mistake to leave someone of your maturity and wisdom out of such an important process, and Elders Luz, Aberforth, and Soul agreed. Even Elder Borrasco said you had an undeniable way with words, and you know how hard he is to impress.
That's true. Indeed, he probably wouldn't be so impressed if he knew I had a little extra help.
Oh, and do you have the parchment we gave you? We should have enough data collected by now for some proper analysis.
Oh yes, just a moment.
I hurriedly scrawl the last memories of my dream and then roll the parchment back up.
Here you are.
Thank you. I'll return this to you as soon as we're done with it.
He bows and takes his leave. What to do? There are a few hours left until the others want to meet. My gaze falls upon the pile of advertisements I've been sorting through previously. I guess I should finish my party planning. It might seem a little premature, but sitting around and stressing all morning isn't going to help anyone. Maybe seeing me out shopping might help reassure the village that things are fine. That feels so self-important, but I can't change the facts. No matter how much I don't want to be in this position, people in the village are looking at me. I might as well do my part to keep morale up. Right, because party planning is such a chore. Listen to me, what a difficult life I lead. Anyway, I don't want to go alone. I should have some extra eyes with me. I should take ones. He's never turned down an opportunity to spend more time together. I'll never turn down an opportunity to spend more time together. I knock quietly on Lux's door so as not to disturb the rest of our classmates. No answer. I cautiously open the door and peek inside. We don't lock our doors? Lux? I can hear Lux's heavy breathing as I open the door. Oh, he's still asleep. I guess it's a bit earlier than I realized. He's usually up by now. I wonder if the events in the last couple of days have tired him out. I approach Lux as quietly as I can and lean down to press a soft kiss to his lips. I can feel him smiling beneath me.
Good morning.
That is a nice way to wake up.
Good morning. I hope you don't mind me waking you a bit early.
Who could mind waking up to you?
Aw, Lux.
What's going on? Is everything all right?
Oh yeah, it's fine. I just wanted to see if you want to come look at jewelry with me.
Oh, I would love to. I just need to change. Could you give me a moment?
What's the big deal? I've already seen you naked.
Twice. First time was an accident.
I don't know, it's kind of new. It's embarrassing imagining you leering at me.
Leering? I don't leer. I just quietly appreciate.
Semantics.
Let me just go leer in the hallway then.
The atmosphere in the village is quite tense this morning. It seems as if the upcoming meeting with the humans had a chilling effect on the usual morning hustle and bustle. But I did notice a few smiles as we walked through the square, so hopefully things will turn around. Zarkon's designs left an impression on me, even amongst the massive pile of advertisements. I'm excited to see what he has for me today. As we enter the shop, Zarkon, the owner, is carefully examining a gem through a lens. He's so engrossed in his work he doesn't even notice we've entered. Lux and I wait patiently for a moment, but Zarkon only seems to have eyes for the gem. After a few intolerably long moments, Lux steps forward.
Good morning. Sir?
Lux takes a few more steps forward. His massive frame casts a shadow over Zarkon. Zarkon blinks, puzzled, and looks around in confusion before noticing Lux's sudden appearance. Zarkon starts and throws the gem straight up in the air. Lux reaches out and catches the gem easily, holding it out for the jeweler. Zarkon snatches the gem out of Lux's outstretched hand and tucks it into his apron pocket.
Do you make a habit of sneaking into shops and startling their owners, young man?
No.
Not at all, sir, but we did call out to you more than once.
No harm done this time, but you must...
He stops mid-sentence as his eyes fall upon me standing by the door.
Oh!
He seems much shyer all of a sudden. He fidgets awkwardly with the necklace he's wearing as Lux and I exchange a look. Maybe better to let Lux do the talking.
We're here to have a look at your wares. The ceremony is only a few days away, and we still need armbands, a necklace, bracelets.
At the mention of jewelry, Zarkon seems to snap out of his shyness.
Oh, my goodness, look at me. I haven't even offered you anything to drink. Please, follow me to the showroom.
He pulls the curtain to the side and bows low, gesturing with his arm for us to go into the next room. The room is filled with obviously stunning pieces. Zarkon really is a master of his craft. Some of these must have taken months to make. I can't believe I get to wear some of this stuff. Zarkon scurries around, straightening pieces on their displays and muttering to himself about the state of things.
Doll haven't been shined since yesterday. What must she think?
It's so kind of you to offer us drinks, Zarkon.
Oh!
Good job, Lux. He ducks behind a counter and emerges with some delicate glass vessels and bottles of something colorful.
This is a special batch from one of our visiting merchants. The strawberries in Roseglen Village are renowned. It's sparkling strawberry orange cocktail.
Why is everything combined? I take a polite sip, but I'm pleasantly surprised to find I enjoy the drink. The bubbles tickle my tongue, and the strawberry and orange flavors complement each other rather well.
I'll be just a moment. I set aside some pieces for you earlier this week.
Oh, this is really good, isn't it?
It is. Those Roseglen Earth Elementals must have made a pact with a demon or something.
And that's enough for me.
Zarkon returns with a massive wooden chest in his hands.
Just set those glasses on the table over there, my dear, if you'll just come this way.
Zarkon opens the chest and pulls out a shining gold set of bracelets, armbands, and necklaces.
Oh my, they're exquisite.
Thank you. Would you like to try them on?
Oh, could I? Thank you so much.
As Zarkon and I chat about the ceremonial jewelry, Lux drifts around the room, idly poking at a few pieces here and there. After a while, he stops in front of a display of matching wedding jewelry, the traditional headpiece for the female and necklace for the male. Zarkon notices me looking past him and turns to see what's holding my attention. His gaze darts back and forth between the two of us for a moment before he suddenly bursts into tears. He dashes across the room and hugs Lux around the waist, sobbing joyfully.
Oh, my dears, how
Joyously.
wonderful! Your union will secure the future of this village. No, the entire race!
How many kids do you think I should have?
Oh no, we were just...
And to think you chose my humble designs for your wedding.
Could we get through my coming of age ceremony first?
We couldn't picture our wedding any other way.
I give Lux a cheeky wink. He breaks into a grin.
Right. Our wedding.
Now, don't be shy, my children, please.
He waves me over to them eagerly, dabbing at his eyes with an apron in between. He takes the necklace off the mannequin and it fits around Lux's neck, then helps me put the headpiece on. He ushers us over to a nearby mirror.
See how fine you look.
Lux and I lock eyes in the mirror and I give him a wink. He smiles at me, but can't seem to meet my gaze. What's he so embarrassed about? Must be too much for him right now.
Oh, but I've gotten ahead of myself. We must focus on the task at hand. Focus, Zircon, focus!
We hear the loud smack of flesh striking flesh. It sounds like Zircon actually slapped himself in the face.
Did you have any questions about the jewelry, my dear? Anything you wanted changed?
Oh no, what you've done is wonderful. It should go perfectly with my dress.
In that case, I must get to work immediately.
But aren't they done already?
Now that I've seen them on your form, I have a few adjustments to make to ensure they'll fit you perfectly. And of course, I must polish them and imbue them with some certain magical auras. Trade secrets, you know.
Thank you so much for your generosity, Zircon. It'll be an honor to wear your pieces.
Thank you, my dear. There is no greater feeling for a craftsman than to see his pieces worn by someone who truly appreciates them.
Zircon, could I talk to you about something?
What's up, Lux?
Why don't you go ahead? I'll catch up with you outside.
What are you doing, Lux?
All right then. See you soon.
Why am I not concerned?